Hi, I'm Danica and I build WordPress membership sites. And welcome to this video. In this one, we're gonna use Memberium with ActiveCampaign, and I'm gonna show you different steps that we're gonna take to build demo membership site. I have some inspiration here, which I'm gonna base um, the design from. But this will be a video for getting started with ActiveCampaign and Memberium integration. And I have a fresh WordPress install here. And as you can see, I'm gonna try to set up Memberium with my ActiveCampaign account. So let's get started. And if you have any questions, you could comment that down below, and I'll do my best to help you as soon as I can. But let's continue here. So first is you need to install the Memberium Wizard plugin. Once you purchase your license, it will provide you that zip file from your account. So download that and then install it to your WordPress site. After that, after you install and activate that plugin, it will give you the start this wizard step, and then get started, and then activate Memberium. And then in here, I'm just gonna go through the process. Next step. No. Yes. No. We're not gonna use LMS plugin for this. I'm just gonna turn this to yes, the pages. So it will pre-install the basic pages that you need for your Memberium site. No, I'm just gonna do it that way and then finish the wizard. In here, it will, as you can see, it says license not found. Don't have a valid Memberium license for this install. So what you need to do is enter your configuration key for your active campaign account. So I'm just gonna enter mine. You can find your information if you go to your ActiveCampaign account settings and then developer. It will show you the key and link. After you paste your access URL and access key, you will need to update this button, and you will see what's gonna happen next. So it now says API verified. Now I still don't have license for this Memberium site. I'm just wanting the trial version. So it's gonna for sure give me that message. So as you can see, it says trial license. It's limited up to 25 users only. Now, if you're in the situation where you just want to, like example, you already have an ActiveCampaign account and you just want to try Memberium first and see how it can help in your membership site, they offer this trial license. And if you want to learn more about that, I suggest you contact their support and see if they could guide you through that process. But if you don't have a license, it's gonna show this message. It will automatically detect, so it will know. It also says possible low memory issue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this in my WP config file. So I'm gonna open my FileZilla here. And I'm gonna do that process. So I'm gonna go here, connect. Now you could also do this directly to your file manager if you are using a cPanel hosting. But in my case, I'm just gonna do it this way. Yeah, I'm just checking connection. Okay, so I'm having some hard time connecting to my FTP account. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go directly to my cPanel hosting, and I'm going to go to my file manager and access that file. I'm just gonna move my video on the side. So what I need to do is go to my website, which is wpmembership.danicalui.com, and here we have a wp-config.php file. I'm gonna right click and edit this, and it's gonna show you this message. I'm gonna click the edit, and in here, I'm just gonna paste directly that message that Memberium asked me to, and then save. They noted that sometimes you need to go up to 160M. So if you're still getting this message, you may need to use the higher or set the higher number. But in my case, I'm just gonna refresh my site, and so far that message is gone. So this worked. We're done with that. Next is I'm gonna show you what plugins I'm using in here. So I have Elementor and Elementor Pro. This one, I think I'm gonna deactivate that. Maybe that's from my hosting, or else I think that's from Memberium for the Astra. Yeah, Brainstorm is for Astra, so I'm just gonna deactivate that because I don't need it. I also have Jet Engine, which we'll discuss later, and I have Memberium for ActiveCampaign. I have Memberium for ActiveCampaign installation wizard, and then I'm gonna actually no longer need this, so I'm gonna deactivate this. And I also have menu visibility control, which we could use later, but for now, again, I'm just gonna deactivate this for now. I just want to have as plain site as I could. So if we're gonna go to the active plugins, as you can see, I only have Elementor, Jet Engine, and Memberium. And I'm gonna show you later why we have Jet Engine. Jet Engine, by the way, is a plugin from CrocoBlock, and you could check their website, crocoblock.com, to check out the license and pricing that they currently have. Now let's go back to Memberium and see what we need to do next. I'm just gonna close this. And here, under support, we'll give you some information and stuff for support. And they have this dashboard tab, which will show you your license and integrations, updates, and so on. Most of the time, if I need to debug a plugin, a problem with Memberium, I go in this location. But just want to show you that. Next is, okay, so now that Memberium is installed and it's connected to your ActiveCampaign account, the next thing that we need to do is set a password field. So we need two fields. First is the password field, and next is the secure password synchronization. Now, if you're in here under settings, what's this? And what's this? The secure password sync field. Let's just do this here. So this one is a plain password field. What it is required so that, example, when someone signs up their account, this will be attached to your email. But do note that once the member logins to their to your membership site, that field will be cleared out, and that's for security purpose. So the member will then rely on the password that is now stored in the WordPress site. So when a member requests for a password reset, it's no longer in an ActiveCampaign site. It's actually on the WordPress site on the second time. The secure password field This is actually an optional feature, and as you can see, it says this is when you're using a multi-site setup. So, example, if you have um, two websites, but then you're only using um, one ActiveCampaign account, and you want to allow your users to have the same password across all of your website, then you will enable this. So in our case, we only have one website right now. So I'm just gonna set up the plain password field first, and maybe in my future videos, I will include this because I'm planning to set up a different demo sites to show you what you could do with Memberium. But for now, let's just set this up. So in here, if you click this, it's gonna say none, and that's because I don't have any custom field created in my ActiveCampaign account. So I need to go to my ActiveCampaign account. In the list, there is let's just wait this load, manage fields. So you need to create a password field in here. Now, whenever I do this, what I first want to do is I want to add a group. I'm going to name this Memberium, or else you could also name it membership details, something like that, so that you have it in like a group format. And then I'm going to add a field. Should this be a field? Okay. And then I'm going to do password. So Memberium, then password. And then I'm just gonna leave it as a text, and I'm gonna make sure it is in the membership details. Okay, so now it's in there. Now if we refresh this, let's see if that field now shows up. When this happened, that after you created your custom field in your ActiveCampaign account and it's still not showing here, what you need to do is go to your support dashboard, synchronize ActiveCampaign just to make sure data are refreshed, and then in the settings, your password field should now show up. So we're done with the password. Next is I wanna require a membership for this site. I just wanna make sure this is locked, and only someone with a membership level can access it. And then in here, prevent simultaneous login. You could whatever, like example, if you have some details or features here that you're wondering how it works, this what is it? What is this link is very helpful, and it will give you step by step procedure or details for how it exactly works. So I'm just gonna leave this off because most of the members do log into to their laptops and then to their mobile as well. So we're gonna leave that off for now. You could also set some band tag, but for now I'm just gonna not do that. And okay, so I'm just gonna update this. That's the first thing, and then content protection. Let's just check redirect. Okay. I think I'm gonna want to show excerpt for this site, and we're gonna discuss about that later. But this means if I am protecting certain content, still want the members or login members to get an idea what is that, but when they click, it's not actually they can't actually read the entire content. I'm gonna also make this site lock. This means all of the pages in my websites are protected by default. You could turn this off if, example, you have some page where you want non-login members to show. Like example, if you have a sales page in here or an enrollment page attached to your membership site, you could do that in here. But in my opinion, those kinds of pages should be in your main site and not part of your membership site, just to make sure everything in here is protected. Okay, page handling. Okay. We're gonna talk about Memberium Pay later. Webhooks. Okay. I think we're good right now. This is the first step that I always do whenever I set up a Memberium ActiveCampaign account. So follow the wizard. Later on, if you don't need those pages that they generated and plugins that they installed, you could always deactivate that and also set up your Memberium password field. And again, if you have like more than 2 sites or multi-sites, then you could use the secure password functionality. Again, in the setup, we only have Elementor, Jet Engine is optional, and then ActiveCampaign with Memberium plugin. And for my team, I'm only using the Hello Elementor. Now, I'm just curious. I wanna do some page speed for the site just to see how heavy it is now. Okay, since we have set the website to a site lock, it's only showing up the login screen. So that's actually not a good decision to test. But later on, I'm gonna try to open some pages and see how heavy the website is. So that's it for this first video. We're gonna move to the next one. We're gonna discuss Memberium Pay and what options you have in there.